Some boy can't play lovers rock or no rubber duck for you. Them pull up too fast cause them can't last making love to you. Baby, I play rubber duck for you. Sure. Rubber duck for you.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is Muscle, and this is another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast. And today we have a really special guest in the building. Listen, you know his name. His name is big, heavy last name in the entertainment industry, from comedians to singers right about. Right now, he has a new song called Rubber Dub. You know, we have in the building right now, we have Christopher Ellis in the building today. What's going on, big boss?
Bless up, brother. I'm good, you know. I'm good. Everything is nice. Life is glorious. Never give thanks.
You understand? Before we even get into this conversation, first thing I got to say is happy belated birthday.
Oh, respect. You know, feel my respect, man. You know, we're here, we have life, and like I say, give thanks, man. Trust me, above ground, you know.
I understand. How did you actually spend your birthday this year?
I don't really celebrate birthdays, you know, to be honest with you, huh?
Okay.
Yeah, you know, grew up with a Jehovah's Witness, and we don't really celebrate birthdays, so I've never had a birthday before in my life, to be honest with you.
Okay, it's just another day going through.
Yeah, man. Yeah, but yeah, we give thanks same way, and we do appreciate it, you know. I do acknowledge it, and I'll say, okay, my earth strong, so I appreciate it same way.
Got you. All right. On this podcast, we like to go right from the beginning and then bring it right up to right now. So my first question is, where did you grow up in the UK, and what type of child were you?
I grew up in London, you know, South London, you know, right near to Brixton there, you know, Stockwell, Brixton, Stockwell, Battersea, that's the area we are in. You know, I grew up as a pretty, you know, I had a great life as a youngster. You know, I grew up in a great household. Mom and dad showing me love and everything. Everything was good. You know, regularly going to school, but I always had that thing about me. Oh, Alton Ellis' son, his dad's a reggae singer. You know, that was always a thing about me when I was young. So that was, you know, I understood who my father was from a young age. You know what I mean? And yeah, it came. It's funny how after that, like, John Holt was the first artist that I knew about in music, you know. He was the first artist I discovered after my father, John Holt, because he came to my house. You know what I mean? So seeing him at my house now, my brothers are playing the 1000 Volts album, you know, and I'm like, oh, that was him. And I just fell in love with the album, and then start to study John Holt. And then after, you know, Ken Booth and those artists, that's where I was introduced to music. You know, it wasn't like Usher and Blackstreet and those things. It was these artists first, Ken Booth, Delroy Wilson, and afterwards now I learned about, you know, your Boys to Men and Usher and all those artists. Yeah, man. So it's back to front for me, you know.
I get it. So even growing up in London here now, what did you personally think that you were going to get into? Did you think you were going to follow your father's musical footsteps? Did you think you're going to be a doctor? What do you personally think you were going to get into?
Well, to be honest with you, you know, my first show on stage, I was 11 years old. It's on YouTube, in fact. I sang with my dad. It was a big show, 5,000 people. And I sung I'm Still in Love.
I'm still in love.
From that day, I kind of knew I'd be a singer, you know. But I was more, I wasn't thinking, oh, I'm gonna be an artist and be a singer. I was thinking I'm gonna go on tour with my dad. So me singing with him was what I wanted to do for like forever. You know what I mean? I didn't really realize or think about, oh, he's gonna pass away one day or something, you know what I mean? But I started doing those things from 11. So 12, 13, 14, 15, I was doing the same thing, just singing with my dad. And it's when he passed away is when it was kind of, okay, you know what, I want to be an artist, you know what I mean? Yeah, but up until that point, I wasn't pursuing a solo career. You know what I mean? 'Cause I had the best job in the world, singing with my dad. He would come on stage, do 5 songs, then I would do 2. I would do 1 or 2. You know what I mean? And that's what I was happy doing. You know,
because even that video there, I watched that video. That was one of the first ones I seen you in. The thing with that video, you could see you had the poise, the swag. You understood what to do from you got that mic in your hand right away.
Yeah, man. And I was You know, looking back now, I was surprised of how confident I was, you know. Like most kids that age would be kind of petrified to go on stage in front of 5,000 people. But I just wanted to, I was hungry to get out there. And to be, and that show, yeah, was my father's annual show, right? So he had it the year before, and I was I was on the side waiting to come on, and he forgot to call me. So I waited one whole year, and this time I was on the side trying to get his attention, and he forgot to call me again. But my brother said, just walk out there, because he's so put up in his performance, didn't forget to call me. So my brother said, Joe, just walk out, panic, and I gave him a towel. So I gave him a towel, you know, and then he introduced me and I sung. But if he'd forget to call me the second time, I wouldn't forgive him, trust me.
And why do you think you're the one out of, how many brothers and sisters do you have?
Well, the thing is, when my dad was asked that question in interviews, I mean, we all know the answer, right? We all know the answer. But when he was asked that question, he didn't ever answer it. I mean, so I think I want to keep up that tradition of not.
Okay. All right. So then let's not go with a number, but we do know for sure you have other siblings. All right.
Yeah, man.
Why do you think it was you were the quote unquote chosen one to actually follow the tradition and continue singing?
Well, I don't know. I don't know. Me being his last son, you know, I'm his last boy, so might have something to do with that, you know. Me being his last son, I don't know, and yeah, I don't know. It just fell upon me, and I'm just the chosen one. You get blessed. I'm just very happy to be this person. Very happy to be the one, you know. Because I have some brothers that can sing still, you know. And I mean, I have some that can sing still, like Noel Ellis, my brother, but call him Rosa.
Rosa? Yeah.
Rosa, exactly. Yeah, man, but yeah, it's full on my shoulders, and I'm glad as well. Glad.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I know your family, you guys are into, because Blacka Ellis is your family too.
That's my cousin, yeah.
Yes, Blacka, Rosa, Hortense Ellis, that was your aunt.
And IT, you know IT?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, my
So
cousin.
there's a lot of you guys in the entertainment space there.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, man, blessed family, man. We're very talented, man. Trust me, man. Look at it. And I got other cousins like IT's brother who play bass. Some of them play bass, some play drums. And I mean, for a living, you know, they play for a living. So, you know. So yeah, when I look at it, I'm like, wow, we're very talented. And it's only last week I was with Blackout and I was talking about this. So, you know, we're talented, you know, channel. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. So it's a blessing, man.
It's just one of those things. All right. So then your big debut per se was when you came out on stage with your father at 11. So what were your next moves after that now to really start to solidify yourself into music, if there was even any moves at that point there?
Well, I started singing with them on stage. After that show, that became a regular thing. Where I would go with them on the show. He would sing 5 songs, and I would come and do 1 or 2. You know what I mean? And that was what I loved doing. You know, I didn't really think about it coming to an end. You know, just loved that. 13, 14, 15, 16, and then I started to do the shows that he wouldn't do. So if he had a show booked in London, and the promoter didn't give him the money yet or something, so no, you know. My big brothers would come, Chris, come, I'm taking you. And I would go and do the show, you know. Yeah, that happened a few times. Not many times, a few times. And yeah, that was it for me. That was where I was happy. You know what I mean?
Definitely. When it came to the music business, is there any one thing in particular you remember your father telling you to either watch out for, always do, or anything? One thing that you'll never forget what he told you.
Yeah, he said to me, Chris, if a man don't want to pay you, tell him to sing it himself. That's what he said to me, you know. That always stuck with me. It's funny as well. But yeah, although it's funny, there's seriousness in that. You know what I mean? But, you know, there's so many things there. He taught me so much things, even as a father, you know, away from music, as a father as well. Don't really, a lot of it is subconscious. I don't really think about it like, they say, oh, this or this, but it's kind of just subconsciously there, you know, as a father. Yeah, man, he's a great father, man, trust me. Especially for a man who had quite a few kids. We all could call him, you know, and we all could could ask him for our money. You know, he was active in our life. I don't know how he did it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Maybe because we're different ages, so some of them were big and they were okay, but you know, he managed it very well.
Did you guys ever get to record together or be in a studio together and do stuff together?
Well, we did many dub plates together. You know, we would dub plates. Yeah, he would, and it's funny how life works out. You know, because I was saying to someone the other day that he would do dubs, right, and make me do the second verse. You know what I mean? On the dubs, and I used to feel funny a lot of the times because I used to think, some of them don't want me on the dub. I'll tell them this, they want, you know. But now those sounds are very, very fortunate. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I remember one session we had in the grill. We drove to the grill and he had like 40 something dubs to do. And before the session started, yeah, the man who was doing the session said, Chris, he said, Alton, yeah, I'll have these dubs for you. This is the amount, it's 40 something. But Alton, please, we don't want your son on no disrespect. We don't want your son on the thing. We just want you, yeah. Yeah, and they said that, and I was kind of, I was a bit young. I was kind of, you know. But I understand as well though, because you know, I never had a name at the time. I was just his son. But now, if you have one of them dub there, you're good. You know what I mean? It's funny. It's funny. Yeah, man.
Time is a funny thing. So you guys are on the road doing your thing. When was the first time you actually got into a studio to record for yourself?
Okay, so after that show when I was 11, yeah, my brothers, they built a studio and they never had no artists. No artists never had. So I was their little project where they still had me in studio every night, you know, till midnight. And my mother's calling them, bring him home, I'm at school tomorrow. You know what I mean? And then one day she cut it off. She said, you know what? No more studio. And that's where I kind of fell out of music, I'd say, for a bit, you know. Kind of fell out for music because, yeah, my mom said no more studio, so I couldn't develop again. You know what I mean? And then turned to football and friends and, you know, everything there. And yeah, I came back to music at 18. You know what I mean? Came back in music. My first time flying out of my dad at 18 years old.
At 18?
Yeah. My first time coming to Jamaica, 18 years old. Well, after all those years, he promised me it would take me. 18 it was. But yeah, so from 18, back on top of it.
What was that experience like your first time in Jamaica? Because remember, being in UK, it's totally different than being in Jamaica. You know, was it like a culture shock or you expected exactly what you saw when you got there?
Going to Jamaica. So remember, I had an obsession already from young. Jamaica. I dreamed about Jamaica and I've been there. So when I got to Jamaica now, it's exactly what I expected. Exactly what, yeah, man, like the busyness, the cars, everything going fast and the studios everywhere and reggae music and I fell in love with Trenchtown, the ghetto. I fell in love with Trenchtown and my father, he was upset with me, you know, for falling in love with down there. But yo, this is Jamaica from the go and ever since that day, I just love y'all, trust me, love y'all, but
It's just, I guess, what was it about Trenchtown in particular that you liked that really connected with probably your soul or your whole essence that you liked about
I think
Trenchtown?
it's because everyone's outside, everyone's, you know, although down there, there's poverty down there, yes, but everyone is so social and so full of vibes, you know what I mean? We're outside and vibes and man up, drink Guinness and our reason and you know, play dominoes over there, so two minutes a reason and argue about who are the best between these two artists, whoever, you know what I mean? And it's just so active and, you know, yeah, just go love it down there. It's so cute. The community thing and yard vibes that, you know what I mean? And reggae music and dancehall and all these things, it's just there. It's there.
Yeah. Good vibes. All right. First trip to Jamaica, you're doing all of that. As you said, 18 is when you fell back into the music space now.
Yeah.
But then this is probably around the time where your father passed, around now, close to this time here?
No, when I was 26, he passed. So it's after.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 years after that was it. So I got a nice amount of years with him still.
And you guys were still on the road together at that time there?
Yeah, man. He took me on tour, man. Took me to LA, Denmark, Sweden, all over I've been, all over. You know, tour with him. So I'm grateful to have those moments. And if I ever want to see me and him on stage again, I'll just go on YouTube, you know. Yeah, that's really an amazing thing when you think about it. You know what I mean?
Is there another show that sticks out in your mind while you guys were on the road that you'll never forget? Something, it was just something about the show that sticks in your mind.
Well, I think his last show, you know, to be honest with you, his last show, because he was struggling, you know, and he usually bring me out after like 6 songs, something like, around that mark. I would come out after like 6 songs. I realized that show he booked me out earlier, you know. 'Cause I said to him before the show that if you feel any way, call me out. Because at this point he was riddled with cancer, you know,
Okay.
and sick. And before the show he said, Christopher, we'll never do this. That's what he said to me. So I said, Dad, call me out early if you want. Even if at the second song, call me out, you know. So that show kind of sticks in my mind still. And yeah.
Because I'll tell you the amazing thing about life and something you even brought up earlier about the 2 shows. Your first show, remember, you exited the stage on the first show, you know. The last show, he was the one that exited the stage. So it's like he passed you the torch on that stage. So here you go, son. Let's
Yeah,
go.
man. Yeah, man. That's exactly what happened. And at the time, I never really. It's funny because at the time, when he gave me the mic, the first thing I said was, "It's like a baton. I'm taking a baton." But that was I didn't plan to say that, you know. That was subconscious. You know what I mean? But I could see some of that was going away. You know what I mean? And he gave me the mic and wobbled off like, sorry, and yeah, and that was you know, that was something that was really monumental, and I didn't really realize at the time though. You know what I mean? I didn't really understand what was happening. I just was speaking and saying things subconsciously.
It's just how life works. Because if you look while you're on stage, he's exiting upstairs and just leaving the stage altogether. So it's like, here, time for me to go. You take it on. Let's take it from here.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. But yeah, man. It's really. I'm proud though, yo. I'm proud of him. I'm proud of just to be his son, you know, and to be in his position is very unique. It's very special, and I don't take it for granted at all. You know what I mean? And just to be where I am now, be able to even make songs with Juno Gong every day, you know, and Stephen Marley. It's very unique, man. Trust me, you know. And one thing about me, I always feel like it's day one, you know. Even like gone now for 10 minutes, times, Ellis, you can relax, man. You're there with me a week, you know what I mean? It's all these years later, I still have to tell myself, because I'm still in awe of the whole thing, you know what I mean? Of the whole thing of the journey. I'm still in awe of it, and I'm very appreciative as well. Yeah.
Because I know the first moves you started to make when you started to go on your own, you connected with Sugar Minott. How did that even happen?
So, came to Jamaica for my father's funeral, right? So we buried him and Sugar. So I'm at the funeral and said, yo, come check me anytime, you know. I love your father, you know. Your father and my singer, you know. My first son, his name is Alton. After your father, my name my son after your father. Yeah, man, Alton Minott, that's his name. You know, he told me that and he said, come check me. So I went to go check him and I was there every day, more or less every day. You know, chilling with Sugar, hearing stories and, you know, watching everybody's chalice. And with the man them and the vibes and everything. You know what I mean? So when Sugar passed away, it really affected me, man. You know what I mean? It really affected me because I see him every day, so we had a relationship, friendship, and, you know, father to son kind of thing. And yeah, it really disturbed me when Sugar passed away, man. Especially how he's not no old man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. But that's how it happened, and I was there every day with Sugar. And just, you know, I was writing songs, but I knew they wasn't the one, you know, but I was still writing songs and doing a good thing, man. But I knew that wasn't the one. You know what I mean? But it was still a process to build me up, you know.
That's where you learned some of the stuff. So then what was your next move after Sugar Minott then?
So at this time, I'm with Sugar Minott every day and vibes and everything. And one day I went to Trenchtown and there was a youth there named Cooley, which is his name. And he said to me, hey, yo, Ellis, I'm Stephen Marley, if you're there, you know. They're man, if a producer, you know. Yeah, man. And Stephen Marley, my friend. Then he said, you know what? Come, I'll take you there right now. I was like, what? Yeah. The man drive me in his car, go to Bob Marley Museum. Never forget that day. Drive to Bob Marley Museum. I went into a room. I see Stephen Marley sitting on a chair, the chair was like a throne, yeah, like a throne. Yeah, seriously, chair and there's a man there with a weed board holder. There's a man there with things in him, and with mangoes and stuff, and there's about 6 men around him. And he's sat in a chair like this, like a king. First time I see a man was like a general. I'm saying. And then send 2 men for, yo, bro, lighter. Oh, 4 men run gun for lighter. yo, Steve Marley's a real general, and he's there. And I said, yeah. I said, yo. I said, Alton, son. Yeah, man, sit down. And I sat down, and he done some other things like, I'm start building the board. The man's holding the board about building it. I said, yeah, so. And start talking to me, and I'm just in all these times. I'm just in the oh, Stephen Marley. And just seeing the presence where him have, I think about him like, general, he's real. I'm just I'm watching him. Then him say, yeah, man, I see you on Rebel Salute. Got Queen Africa call him stage. And then coolly now, the youth that I came with, I bring me there. I'm say, sing something for Stephen, man, sing something. And I sung something for Stephen, an intro. It was the intro that I did at Rebel Salute. I mashed up the whole place. Small intro, tear up the whole show. This from backstage, Tear up the whole show. And I sung that, and Steve Marley said, yeah, it's bad. And he said to me, yeah, man, come check me, man. And I went to check him the next day. And the next day we made End of Time, Just like that. The next day, 24 hours after meeting Stephen Marley, we made End of Time. Listen to the love it to the end of time. Mad.
Big song. So then how did Jacqueer now get involved with this song? Because remember, you're just meeting Stephen. This is a big accomplishment. And then now Jacqueer to the mix boss? How did that happen?
And that's amazing because Q was my favorite artist. And then Q was my artist. And went in there, done the song. Christopher Ellis featuring Stephen Marley. Song finished, We're listening to the song now on repeat. And the studio's full of man saying, yo, this gone. For about half an hour, the song's playing on repeat. And then Q walks in the studio. He walks in with a girl, and I forget it. He gave the girl the chair, she sat down. And Q's face was like this, as the song's playing on speakers. The Q said, no, man, I'm not for on this. Yo, I would sing that. Yo, I would this. And say, yo, Alton, son, no. And Stephen. At this point, Stephen Marley left the studio to go and do something on the road. So I was there left with all these boys, with all the Stephen Marley's sold in it. And Q said, what? Alton, son, what? No, I'm offered upon this. And I was excited. Remember, I'm Q's biggest fan in it. Baby G, he was the engineer, said, all right, go in there and introduce Q. So I went back in there and said, listen, Jack Q. And when Q come in and said, this is what I told her. Baby, just come closer. Head up on my shoulder. I knew it was a hit. I knew the song was gone. You know what I mean? And the rest is history, bro. That was it. And amazing. Big song.
That was the first song that you actually recorded with Ghetto Youth International at that time.
Yeah, man. And that's the song that I knew. I said, this is the standard. Yeah, man. Because the songs I was writing at Sugars, I knew it wasn't the ones, Even though some of the big man them at Sugars saying, yeah, man, that one's are gone. I knew it wasn't just, you know what I mean?
You couldn't feel that, you didn't feel that thing.
Yeah, excitement, so you found one. Yeah, but this song here, I knew straight away. Yeah, man.
So what came next? Was it Willow Tree that came next, or the other song that you recorded with Jacqueer came next?
Yeah, so good question. So me and Q are partying these times now, innit? We're partying, going to party and I'm thinking then, so studio and chilling and I'm thinking that. And then we did the Why Can't We, but it didn't come out. So that came next, as in I recorded that next. Yeah, that was for that was a Don Corleone rhythm, but it was CJ Chrome who produced it. Yeah. Yeah, that came next. And then that's the song where I say, well, me and Q about chemistry in our car. You know what I mean? Kind of, we're different, we're vocally different, but it kind of complements the good things. You know? You know, Q sings a lot. Q have to feel it. You know what I mean? Q bad. My thing is a bit more smoother, like more softer. But it gelled together bad, and me and him kind of match in that song there. Yo, I shoot off at him and he shoot after me, you know. Yeah, man, listen to the song again. Listen to Why Can't We and listen to the end part. Well, be a phrase in it. Be a phrase in it and pretty thing I try to do. I compete, you know, I shoot. But it's nice, man. Yeah, man, and then but Willow Tree came out next though. You know what I mean? Yeah, Why Can't We didn't come out for a little bit. But yeah, Willow Tree came out next, which was not that was not my idea neither. Because I don't want to sing no Alton Ellis songs. I wanted to write songs and be original. But Stephen Marley said, "Nah, man, trust me. Just do Willow Tree. Trust me." And he told me to do it, you know. So that's why the song exists. Stephen Marley.
Because what I like with you could, it's almost like you know note for note how your father sings, but you've developed your own style also. So it's not like when we hear you, we think, okay, this is just Alton Ellis in 2022 or whatever. We know that this is Christopher Ellis, but when you, just like when I was watching the show the other day with you and George Nooks, all right, on stage.
Yeah.
You could see, okay, now you went back into your Alton Ellis voice because everything sounded identical. Right?
Yeah. And this and guess what now? This is what I found out, right? And it's what I've learned about myself. Growing up and singing his songs, and I sound like him, I didn't know how to not sound like him. I didn't know how to do it. But guess what? I'm singing his songs, so as well as me being his son and having the DNA of him, it's his songs. So I only know how to pattern it that way there. When I'm writing my songs now, remember that's all me. Yeah, so I subconsciously found myself in my songs. You know what I mean? When I'm writing songs and I'm putting them out, I'm saying, oh, that's how I sound. You know what I mean? This is Christopher Ellis. Yeah. You know what I mean? So when I sing the Alton them, I'll sing the Alton because that's how I know how to sing them and also with the DNA. But when it's Christopher Ellis songs now, this is naturally how I sing. This is my feet. You know what I mean? Here we are in tune, they still go and dance. You know what I mean? English, a my lane. You might hear a little sprinkle of Alton in 1 or 2 bits, but like 95%, Christopher Ellis you're gonna hear. You know what I mean? So that's how it was done. Yeah, it was all subconsciously, you know, done. Yeah.
Big right there. So then now you and Stephen, you guys connected, you guys recorded the 2 songs there. So when did you guys make it official and say, okay, you know what? I'm part of this Ghetto International camp right here?
So after End of Time, right, he flew me to Miami. Yeah, because End of Time was done in Jamaica, right? He flew me and my brother-in-law to Miami. And we went to Miami and he said to me, yo, yeah, I want you to sign to a label, you know? Yeah. And I was like, yeah. Yeah, man, I was signed, but didn't ask no questions or nothing. I didn't even look into the contract or nothing or try and say, no, I want this, I want that. You know what I mean? It's just, I just saw the opportunity, you know, to be around Bob Marley, you them. You know what I mean? Yeah, my father, they were Bob Marley, and I make music and I vibe in Trenchtown. And now I saw the story. You know what I mean? I didn't see the money. I saw the story. The story was just great for me. You know what I mean? And looking back now, people say, oh, you did it wrong because you didn't get this and that. I mean, even now, I do not regret it. You know what I mean? Because I knew what was right this was right. This was right to be around them man, yeah, and learn from them man, yeah, and it's priceless. You know what I mean? To be around Stephen Marley, Julian Marley, you know, Kimani and Gum, and learn. The learning thing is there's artists in the world right now who would pay 50 grand of them thing there, pounds, just to be around them man there for 6 months straight, just to be around them man there every day in studio. There's artists who we can find like that who pay the money just to be in that circle, you know. And here I am, just there off of birthright, you know what I mean? So yeah, man, I'm still in awe, man. Trust me.
It's crazy because Trenchtown link of Bob Marley, Alton Ellis, and then their legacy which is you and the Sons, just to be able to connect that way, to create your music this way, it's amazing. Because if you even listen to something like the song Rocksteady that Alton Ellis did, it's really almost, it's a dancing song, you know. Just like, just fast forward right now, if you put out a dancing song right now, I'm not sure if a lot of people even caught that. Yo, this is a dancing song this man put out.
Yeah, trust me, bro. And I'm really campaigning the music. If you hear my last few singles, I'm campaigning this music here, you know, because it's important to me. This is the sound I love. You know, one drop reggae music is very, very important to the genre, you know, and to the thing. And yeah, I love the new sound as well. Yeah, I love the new song where I go on the new thing with the car. You know, I call it some different name, but I like that as well, you know, and it's a branch of the music. It's a branch, like everything is ska, Rocksteady. It's all branches off of reggae music. That's it's all branches. You know, and my father told me that every 15 years the sound changes. There's a new sound every 15 years, you know. So don't bash the youth then. You know what I mean? Don't bash the youth. Let's not bash the youth then with this new sound. But let's just tell them to preserve this sound. You know what I mean? That's what's important to me. So you know, when you hear me talking, it's still go dance and rubber dub. This is what I'm campaigning for, you know, for this sound to stay and be preserved.
From there. So even, because I know your first body of work that you worked on was Better Than Love. All right. How was it now working on your own body of work at that time there?
Yeah, it was great. That was very special time. It was a very unique moment. The Better Than Love EP, because I'm in the studio every day with the musicians. You know, I'm sitting here like this with a microphone, keyboard man, drummer, guitarist, and I mean, as I freestyle, as I find some melody, and those songs came around, and every day was finding a better song. Every day the song was getting better and better, and we had to stop because someone else had to use the studio. And to this day, I still wonder what would have happened if I just kept going. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yeah, great songs. Those songs took me on tour. I've been to Japan twice from those songs. I've been to Europe. You know, from those 5 songs on the EP, you know. Yeah, man, reggae, Rocksteady, man. You know, the real thing.
A big one was a roller coaster, because that's where you gave them it was still the old style, but this was definitely a modern style on roller coaster.
Yeah, man.
Too.
Yeah, man, we'll put the swing on it, the modern swing on it, you know, but give it with flavor, the oldness, and you know. And those songs will last, man. Trust me. I'm really proud of them. Trust me. You know, me and Junior Gang. Every time we go to studio, it's trouble. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trouble for G.
Big right there. And that brings us up to the other song where you're naming every artist. You're naming Dennis Brown. You're naming Alton Ellis. You're naming Ken Booth. What made you actually come up with a song like that?
It was a conversation first. You're talking about the Still Boy Dance?
Of course.
Yeah, man. It was a conversation for. I was talking to Gang Saints. I was saying, yo, Zilla, listen. You feel like in the dance right now, them not play them song. And man, just I played one set of music. I'm not hearing the John out there, man. The Ken Booth there, man. You know, in the early section even. I'm not hearing it. You know, and then the conversation ended. The convo finished, and I'm sitting there, and I picked up a guitar. I don't know, pick up a guitar. Gong had his back to me. He was doing something in front of me, and he's back to me. And I just kept on, hey, choo, mission reggae music, play, choo, but the way to dance, choo, get me still the world, say I was doing that over and over, and I was thinking, wait, wow, I think I found something. But usually, when I find something, Gong says, yo, that bad. But he wasn't saying nothing for 5 minutes. I'm saying it for 5 minutes straight, you know, repeating it. I'm thinking that someone in the room. So I'm saying, yo, Ellis, that bad. After 5 minutes, no, I'm not saying that. I'm gonna put down the guitar. I say, and start the song else. And Gong turn on and say, yo, we stop for that bad. So for the whole 5 minutes, he was listening, but just staying quiet. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's his reaction I was looking for. And then him start building with him straight away, and then we part on the song, and the song finished, and I knew straight away, wow, this one got bad, that one that's bad, you know what I mean? But I don't really think about it, bro, until it goes to you guys, and and you don't hear it. So that song could be really wicked, and I'm still questioning it. I'm saying, yo, bad, but I wonder if, you know what I mean? So you still think that. I wonder if, when they're unreleased, you're thinking that, I wonder if and when you put it out now and get reaction, like, oh, I was right. You know what I mean? Yeah.
You get to trust yourself a lot more when you're creating.
Yeah, bro.
Another one that you'd put out, I think this came out in 2020. This was Flame Against the Wind. This was a real modern day lovers rock love story. You understand?
Awesome. Awesome song, bro. I'm really proud of this song. And you know, I'm still campaigning for these songs to get attention. You know, because these songs here, there are many people who love this song but hasn't heard it. And so we have to get it to the ears of the people. And I think Flame's gonna be a grower, you know, just like Better Than Love over the years of seasoning, and people say, yo, I missed that one there. I missed that one there, man. Big man, the song, the writing, the music, everything was just well on. And I listened to that song like I'm a fan of it, like it's another artist, you know. Yeah, that song, because I listen to that song like it's not my song. You know what I mean? Very, very wonderful song. If you haven't heard it, people go listen. Flame Against the Wind, CHRISTOPHER Ellis. Deadly, man. Smooth and deadly. Man.
Excellent song. Excellent. Yeah. And I know even some earlier work, you did some work with another partner from England, which would be Gappy Ranks. All right.
Yeah, Gappy.
How did you guys connect to even do music together?
And it's funny because when my father passed away, right? The two big artists in the UK was Gappy and Bitty McLean. Those are the two big artists. And that's who I wanted to be like, because those two artists showed me that, it can work from the UK. You know what I mean? So here I am, Alton son, with no songs, but Bitty and Gappy got doing the thing. You know what I mean? And I did inbox Gappy one time and say, yo, I see you got a show on the weekend. Can I come with you? Can I forward you? I'm saying, yeah, man, I'll come pick you up. I no gap in a reach. No gap in a reach. But yo, remember, at this point in time, I haven't got no songs. Fast forward a few, like 18 months, End of Time drop. When I link Gappy this time, the man linked me. Yeah, man, End of Time drop with 2 months, doesn't it, man? Jackie and Stephen Marley. You know, and I messaged Gappy again. The man linked me this time. You know what I mean? And yeah, and I just kept making some more songs until eventually I was beside Bitty and beside Gappy on the shows, and I was like, I'm here, I've arrived. You know what I mean? They were still the two big artists, but I was there approaching. So yeah, man, I want to big up Gappy. I always got to big up Gappy Ranks and Bitty McLean. Yeah, man, wicked artists, man.
Because I seen you guys perform that song live a couple of times. Well,
yeah, man, and even that song there, it's funny because it wasn't even my idea to do the song. It was Stephen Marley said to me, yo, I feel like you and Gappy should do this, you know. I was like, how you know Gappy Ranks? Yeah, because I'm in Miami these times, innit? And I'm thinking that the England thing's just England. But Stephen Marley said Gappy Ranks. I said, what? Send Gappy the rhythm and he put on his part. I did my part, you know. And it's kind of, I'm kind of upset though because the song didn't get to come out. The song wasn't for sale nowhere, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it was just sent to DJs and put on YouTube, but it's not an official release that you can stream or buy. Yeah.
Okay, one of those things there.
Yeah.
Because I know that Ghetto Youth International, they had put out a series of albums called Set Up Shop, and I think you're on all three of them.
Yeah, all four. Yeah.
All four of them.
Yeah, all four. Yeah. And maybe Set Up Shop that contributes to me not having an album, you know. Yeah. Looking back on it now, maybe that's part of it, you know, because the songs are coming out on the Set Up Shop album, so I can't get to put them on my album, you know. But yeah, man, the songs are out there, and I'm proud of those albums because I'm alongside some great artists in the music, from Wayne Marshall to Tyrus Riley, you know, Gong, obviously, Stephen Marley, you know. So yeah, the songs still getting exposure, you know. Set Up Shop gets a little energy because we have four of them. So them have a little branding going. Yeah.
It's a good camp that you guys have here. I'm going to ask you one question that's left field, and I'm going to bring you back to something new here. All right. I know you brought up Damian Marley. You've been around him for a long time, been doing some work with him. What was it like being around when he produced the album with him and Nas, The Distant Relatives? What were those sessions like at that time there?
It was amazing, man. I watched many of them, you know, and there's a song he has called Patience. It's Sabali. And that song, he did that song when I was in England. I went to England for a few months, come back, and that song was made. And I was upset I wasn't there when that song, because if you wanna know what Gong is like as a person, just listen to Sabali. Listen to Patience. That's how he reasons. The man's just got a different brain, bro, intelligent, and not intelligent like he thinks he knows it all, but he'll ask questions, he'll question something. You know what I mean? And he himself is curious. It isn't like he's saying to you, no man, this is the answer. He offers you a question and you think, oh, I didn't think of that. You know what I mean? So yeah, it was great to be there, to be around Nas as well. And I missed out on a big opportunity, you know, because we was in LA, me, Nas and Damian in LA with all the band and everything. And one day Gun called my hotel room. Chris, come, I'm going to studio, me and Nas. We need a chorus. Come, I'm coming to pick you up. Pick me up. We go to the studio. But I was, at this point, I'm in awe that I might have a feature with Nas. Damian and Nas. So in my mind, I kind of knew I kind of knew that I wouldn't get to do it, you know? Yeah, I kind of knew that I would be frozen by the moment. I went in the booth. They pressed play. Gone DJing part's gone, and it's my part to go to the chorus now. I sang something and I knew it wasn't good either. I knew it wasn't the one. I'm going to, no, Ellis, man. Give me something else. Go on again. But the big man, I knew that I wouldn't find it that night. I knew. Because Nas and Damian, and I'm thinking about, and at this moment in time, I'm already thinking about tomorrow morning, telling my friends that I've got a feature with Nas and Damian. These times when I start singing, you know what I mean? And I did the second thing, and Gun said, all right, Ellis, come on one second. And and he was very tactful, because he didn't say to me, oh, you know what, it now works, so just make it stay. He didn't say that. He took me out, and then he just gently went to a different subject, and gently went into a different whole thing. And I just understood, say, oh, okay, when I went to the song. Heartbroken up until today.
But it's just a lot of times you seem to almost, you could live outside of yourself. It's like you could see what's happening in real time, like you're looking at yourself in a third person.
Yeah, man. Trust me, man. Yeah, I'm upset I didn't get the feature, but nevertheless, just to be in that company there is a big deal, you know? And I appreciate that.
Yeah, for sure. Big. I know last year, 2021, you did a song with your brother, Rosa, which was Joke Thing, and you guys put out the visual. What made you guys actually put that out there?
It was all my idea. I wrote the whole song. I did everything. So I'm entrenched. I'm entrenched on these times, right? And the country's locked down. I'm thinking, this is madness. You can't even go to the supermarket, you know, because it was like a lockdown of 3 days. You can go supermarket until 5 p.m. and the other 4 days, supermarket's closed. So I thought, wait, it's mad. And then that song was out at the time. That song with "Girl, You Chosen, how can I be inside of?" And I don't know why. I don't know why. You know, I just had the idea I just had the idea of, it's a one joke thing, 3 day lock and 4 day open. Yeah, man. And I wrote the whole song, and I called Rosa. I said, bro, I've got something to sing, yeah? He said, what? I said, come, I'll pay you and everything. Went to the studio, and I made him sing it line for line. And so, you know what, I want to shoot this, you know? So I contacted Blacker for his camera crew. I said, Blacker, tell the cameraman, and said, I got a job for them. And they came and shot it, and we did it. And it was funny. The song was getting a little thing on the internet going, but here why it didn't really go global on the viral stage, because the Prime Minister opened the country up after 3 days of the song being out. the whole 7-day thing was scrapped. The whole 4-day lockdown thing was scrapped. So the song didn't get the full effect that it could have went. So I was hoping that him locked back the country again. Yeah, man. But it was nice. It was nice same way. And Pink Wall did post it, and some other pages posted. So it did go on.
Definitely. Your journey is amazing where it's, again, you get so many. It's like, this is why I like to have these conversations. It's a lot of people just hear the final product, but they don't know how many opportunities might have been before we got this final product. Because before you talked about the Damian Marley and the Nas, nobody besides whoever else you told would know that story whatsoever.
True.
You understand? That's why we like these conversations here. And this is going to bring us up to one of my favorite songs that you've put out, all right? Because this is where you really go outside of your box a bit, which is Rub-a-Dub. All right. I like the wordplay and how you interchange some words and you play with it. Tell me how that song came up.
So, yet again, I'm with Gang, you know? I'm with Gang in the studio. Me and him co-wrote this. And I don't know, something has happened to me in my day. And like I said to you again, my campaigning for the music is yet again in this song. I need to maybe put the subject to bed now, you know? Because I have a song named Playlist. You know Playlist?
Yes.
Yeah, Playlist. Still got to dance and Rub-a-Dub. You can hear I'm kind of disgruntled a little bit, you know? But it's all for the love of the music, and so yes, so that's where it is. And maybe I can put it to bed now. Say, okay. Okay, One Drop. I've done my campaigning for you. Made some great songs and things like, and Rub-a-Dub, yeah. I'm glad about Rub-a-Dub. It's very, and also again, I had that song on my phone and listening for like 2 months and wondering if it really is good. You know what I mean? Yeah, really, I need to get rid of the pessimistic part of me. It says, oh, no, I'm a doubt. You know, I could have something really great and I still doubt it, you know. But that also helps me keep the level so high and the standard so high, you know. Because some man, them say anything but a song and say, yo, this bad, this gone. You get me? Where I'm the opposite. I could do something really good, but I still question it, like, and play to someone, yo, you think of this good? You know what I mean? And when they say it's good, that's when I say, okay, all right, it is good then. You know what I mean? So it's kind of good that I'm this way still, because it keeps the standard high.
What I like with the production on that song, it takes like a minute and change before you get that drum roll and the bass line kicks in. I say, yo, the production on this thing is crazy.
Exactly. It don't have the typical 4 bars drop like songs have like me. Yeah, it goes for a while. And we was questioning that for a while, saying, yo, why did it take too long to go in? And it was like, everyone's like, nah, man, trust me, it just worked. Also, the difference, that makes it different. You know what I mean? So we went with that. And it's effective, man. It's effective, and it will also force the DJs to play further. Yeah, man, Rub-a-Dub, murder.
How is it, since it came out, how is it doing for you right now?
Crazy reaction. An artist linked me on the inbox. Artists who I didn't know, artists who I didn't think he even knew who I was. I linked me on inbox and, yo, this bad. Get me? Enough artists linked me, Taros linked me. Taros my brethren still. And linked me, say, yo, Ellis. You know what I mean? And more to my LinkedIn as well. And yo, a few more artists as well, they link me, and I'm like, wow, this, making impact, you know? Impact. So I'm glad, because it's been a while now, and these songs, I feel like they have the quality, you know, left unsaid, better than love. Here we are, still going down, Rub-a-Dub. These songs there to me have the standard. You know what I mean? So I feel good that, yeah, I'm actually getting I'm getting the props now, I'm getting the recognition.
Will we be seeing a full body of work from Mr. Ellis anytime soon?
For sure. We're in talks right now. Either EP or album. And I went to the album for years, but I'm okay now. I'm at peace now with not having an album, you know? Because I've learned that it's not just do music and album. And also, I can put out an album now, and it's more solidified and more concrete and more. It can have an impact more than an artist who has 4 albums. You know what I mean? So it isn't the amount of albums. That's not what's important. I've realized it's the body of work. You know, Lauryn Hill has 1 album, and that 1 album is it nasty. The album is gonna carry her for. She can do a tour, just that album, and let's do the tour every year in the same places.
That's crazy to even think about that.
Yeah, you know what I mean? And that album there, she had one album, it's solid. So maybe I'll be a Lauryn Hill in the reggae world.
Got you. Because I see right now you're looking ready to get on tour right now with Etana and Luton Fire. You guys are going to be doing Europe this summer. How did that come about to even link up with those two artists to say, let's take on the road and go to Europe?
Yeah, well, I'm now managed by her manager as well. Etana's manager is my manager, Andre. Very nice you, very intelligent you. So that came about that way. Also, me and her have a song coming out as well.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna like this. You're gonna like this one. It should be next, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, we have a song coming. So it's all happening now, bro. And I give thanks because it's been a few years now where I was wondering if, I know I'm making good songs, but I wonder if they're paying attention to me like this and listening to me. And also being in Jamaica as well. Because the thing is, right, I'm Alton Ellis' son, right? So that gives me a head start when it comes to being introduced to people and people, yo, Alton's son, yeah, man. But then also I have to do my part now to say, okay, here's quality music as well. Because after a while, no one cares about being Alton Ellis' son. You know what I mean? That's in the beginning, in the start. Okay, well, this your father this year, it's great. But how's your thing now? So I feel like I've matched it now. Yeah, the Alton son and the quality songs. You know what I mean? You get married and now people must say, yeah, Ellis, go on.
Because how I describe it is you'll get a fast track to get in the door, but what are you going to do to remain inside of the door once you get in there now? That's
exactly
what it depends on.
Exactly. And when I'm just say quickly, when I was in Sugar Minott studio, all the older men were saying to me, yo, just do an Alton album right now when you're gone, yo. Do an Alton album right now when you're gone. And I purposely didn't do that because I would have been hot for like 6 months. Singing Alton songs on stage. Alton, your Alton son, he sings them really good, doesn't he? And it'll be and that's it. And after 6 months, I don't want to hear that again. It is a karaoke act. You know what I mean? So for me, it was don't sing no Alton original songs. And that's why I even tried to escape the Willow Tree. But Stephen Marley said, no, come, so yeah, man. I'm very happy, man. I live a great life, big man. If life was not measured on money, yeah, I'm rich.
Got you.
I'm rotten rich. Yeah.
From your experiences, what you've been through, what you've seen, what you know, where you're at in your life, you're
everything apart from money. Just put money away. I make it be about everything else. I'm one of the richest guys walking this planet. I'm healthy. I've got great parents. My mom was the best mother in the world. My father was around, and then I'm being, me being Alton Ellis' son, doing music, the Marleys, everything, gone every day in the studio, everything that's, yeah, man. It's on me feel right now. I'm telling you, it's like I'm actually excited and I'm thinking, wow, I really am, really am fortunate.
You know what's even more amazing? You're just this kid from the UK and you get to be entrenched inside of this music. You understand?
Yeah, man. Trust me, bro. And be around, Baby G. I then man, I make music with King Jammy's son. I last night with that King Jammy studio and me and my reason. King Jammy's, the big king. Saying, yeah, man, your father this, your father that, and telling me stories. It's just so good at, away from my father being a singer, right? He lived good with people, and that's the example for us. See me and you, and anyone watching, it's an example for us because our kids are gonna come and read that. If I say, oh yeah, I'm also son, I don't know. Yeah, my muscle was a fussy man, that man, they're bad man. Right? So straight away, a man don't like your son now because your father, But if muscle, my muscle son, my muscle are nice man, If I read up in music and I'm a nice man, and them, you know what I mean? So, bro, we have to live good because our kids are going to come and read that. You know what I mean? Trust me, bro.
100%. I got one last question before I get you out of here. I know one place that holds a special place in your heart, especially to perform, is a jazz cafe.
That's right.
What is it about the Jazz Cafe that holds that special place in your heart there?
Simply, it being the last place my father performed.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Just that alone. You know, that stage. You know, yeah, and then him giving me the baton on that stage. And that's why that's why I was going back there, you know, and doing so many shows there. It wasn't financial gain because that show doesn't really make me any money, you know what I mean? But I didn't even care. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Yo, I feel like my honesty in music is what's helping me now. Like, and my desire to do music for the love, yeah, it's helping me now. Because I never had no money for years, but I was still doing music. You know, whilst been signed to the Marleys, been just a brock. But I had the biggest song out. End of Time was the biggest song out for like 2 years in England, but I never had a pound. But I felt like I felt like I had, you know what I mean? It was more than money. And even my family started saying to me, "No, man, Chris, man, you have to start eating money. You can't live off a level fresh year. You know, yeah, you have to start living off of some money, and you have kids and rare until I thought, bro, for real. You know what I mean? But I feel like that honesty in me for the love is what's carrying me now and making it work now. You know, so the shows that are coming in now and dub and all these things. So yeah,
Definitely. Big, excellent, great conversation because I like to sit down and really see what's in people's mind. And thank you for showing us what's there and even being so honest about it also. You know what I mean?
No, respect, man. Respect, man.
You know?
You're a nice man to talk to as well. You make it easier as well. So yeah, respect.
Thank you. I got one request for the singing wizard before we leave.
Yeah.
I need a muscle rubber dub a cappella before we go.
Sure. Muscle. Look, some sound don't play lovers rock cause they don't got love for you. Yo, them pull up too fast cause them can't play tunes like Muscle do. Sure. But I'll play rubber dub for you. Rubber dub for you. Muscle will play rubber dub for you. Big songs from back in 92. Sure. Yes, Muscle, rubber dub. Play for the people, man. Yeah, man.
All right. Floor is yours. Anything you want to big up, anything you want to say, leave some contacts for dubs, shows, bookings, everything. The floor is right now before I get you out of here.
All right, I want to big up anyone who's listening. You know, appreciate anyone who's listening, anyone who plays my music, DJ selectors, anyone who endorsed Christopher Ellis. Thank you. I appreciate it because I remember when I didn't have any songs. You know, that stays in my mind. So now I'm here. I'm still. I'm thankful and I'm happy. So give thanks. Social media, just type Christopher Ellis in the search bar on Instagram and you'll see me. Twitter, same thing, Christopher Ellis. But the actual act is Ellis Music Child. That's the act though. But anyway, Christopher Ellis will take you to me. Facebook, the team handle the Facebook, but I do Instagram. So any inquiries, it's Chris Ellis Music Child at sky.com. Yeah. So Chris Ellis Music Child with a Z, music at sky.com. And that's for the team, for shows and all those things. But listen, big up everyone. Keep playing the songs, keep listening to Christopher Ellis. I have so much more to offer. Yeah, I feel like I've just started, even though it's been a while. So yeah, man, big up. And I'm also give thanks, you know. Nice reasoning, nice conversation.
Definitely.
I enjoyed it.
My pleasure, boss. Again, we learned so much. And thank you for letting us in because I enjoyed this just as much as you enjoyed it. Also.
Give thanks for that.
All right. Yeah. Let me give you an outro and get you out of here. All right?
Yes.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is Muscle, and this has been another Two Line Music Hut's Entertainment Report podcast, and we are out. Wow.
This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusichut.com.